to the people.
Where you
Come on, Jonah. Zane, you can come too.
You were late.
Huh? Yeah, see, look right up there. Just gotta wait till it cuts in. Take another area. Yeah. Hey, y'all. What y'all doing? Y'all look what I got with me today. Look at. Hi. Say hello, Jonah. Do y'all see my baby? Say hey, Zane. Look. Hi. Hey. Y'all, I got my favorite fellas with me tonight, right? How are y'all doing? I know I'm a few minutes late, but I was in the middle of taking a nap, y'all, and I woke up at like 8:30. So I gotta get my people together. Ain't they? Hey, Tanya. Hey, Summer. Hey, yo, look. But anyway, y'all, how are y'all doing out there? I am exhausted already, and we still have a graduation event. We did not go to baccalaureate today because I'm tired. We're all tired. We actually talked about it last night because what's going on? Uh-oh. So we talked about it. Oh, he's mad. He can't see himself, y'all. Here you go. So we talked about it, and so we just didn't do it tonight. Y'all know I'm already in a flare, so it just makes things tougher. And I'm trying to take the advice of all of those that love me. A very dear friend, sister of mine, made the comment when I was talking about on Facebook how busy we are for me to make sure I rested and took care of myself. She knows me so very well, but as most of you do. So I was like, oh no, ma'am. So I made sure that I am just listening and resting. Yes, Summer, welcome to my world. So today, oh shucks. Today we have not did much except get our house ready. Our daughter is on the way here. Our oldest daughter, Shay, her and her boyfriend are on their way here for graduation and to spend the weekend with us. Her birthday is Friday, and she will be 23. 23? Yeah, she'll be 23. And then I think that's right. And but then Father's Day, is Sunday. So we're all going to be together. They are getting here quickly. When you're young and traveling, it's a lot different when you start having them children and getting on the road. Oof. But yep. So that's what we're doing. We still have going on. We have graduation. We are so very proud of Javier. Javier got, for those that don't know, Javier, our youngest son, is the last one graduating, and he is number 6 to graduate from high school. So, and I'm still an emotional wreck. Do you understand? It's like our very first graduate all over again, every single time. It doesn't get any. The only thing that gets easier is the expectation decreases because you kind of have an idea of what's going on. But we have had children graduate in Oklahoma, children graduate in North Carolina, Florida, Wisconsin. So we're pretty versatile in graduations and things. But Javier also received a $3,000 scholarship last night from Santa Fe. But what we are going to do, because Javier also has been blessed with a football scholarship in Chicago at Trinity International. So we are going, the scholarship has to be used at Santa Fe. So we are going to, Javier, we talked about it and met with the powers that be, and we are going to actually give that scholarship back so that they can give it to another minority, because it was a minority scholarship that he received because of his GPA. It wasn't just because he's a minority. But we will be giving that to another recipient so that they may, you know, let me tell you something. $3,000 scholarship could decide whether a child can or cannot attend college. So we are very excited to be able to do that. But you know, our philosophy and how we have raised all of our children is that, you know, you reap what you sow, first of all. Uh-huh. Is you hold on. Where? Oh, be careful, don't lose daddy's rubber bands. You reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, you just want to be good people, right? You want to do, Larice, you want to do, oh, okay. You gotta go with mommy. I'll see you when I finish, okay? All right, babe. I love you. Yeah, I know you going to. And hey y'all, I'm back, Jesus. But you have to give. You don't just take and keep stuff just because you're able. You know, you no matter, even if you earn it, right? Javier has earned that scholarship. Javier has faced so much. You know, Javier's mother, his biological mother, she passed away in December of 2016. And Javier has not allowed that to harm him. The ways it has affected him, he has made sure that he didn't hold on to the anger or hold on, because she was taken suddenly. She actually died in a car accident. And he is such an amazing young man. And he has been focused. When I tell you I have never gotten a call, 2017. I'm sorry, Kyra. Y'all, I was wrong. I was off a year. And you know, I had a relationship with their mother, and so I know how much she loved her kids. And I know that she's very proud of all three of them. And I know that she's exceptionally proud of Javier. She always said he would play football in college, you know, and so he is blessed and he received that scholarship. So the scholarship he got last night will be awarded to another student for Santa Fe. Hey, Shay, y'all be careful on that road, honey. And Kyra. And is Angela watching? And I'm just proud of him. You know, he could have had 100 reasons why he didn't maintain, he didn't work hard, and he's graduating with honors. He also got the Principal Achievement Award. So he has worked. He has a 3.7 something GPA. And I'm sorry, I can't call it off the top of my head, but yeah, my brain is kind of all over the place. I'm in quite a bit of pain. And but hey, Angela, well, I love you, boo boo. So yeah, it's pretty phenomenal. You know, when your children face adversities, right? And all of our children, every single one of them, have faced something in high school that could have deterred them, kept them from being who they are. And they could have just been so many other things, not continued their education, not graduated, not be the responsible adults that they are. There's so many different things in different ways, but you know, Javier, like the rest of them, the other five, surprised us, and he is pursuing his dreams. He is reaching for his desires and achieving the goals he's setting for himself. And he's a good human. Look, sometimes we as parents, I think, get so focused on education and so focused on if they are, some parents are concerned with their children's popularity in school. But the truth is as parents, the greatest thing we can expect and teach our children is to be human, right? And in that, I mean to understand that human means we're all in this together. Human means that you don't take and take and take. You have to be give. You always have to give more than you receive. I don't care what nobody says. That is something that I stand by. If you have more than you're giving, something might, not that you shouldn't have a good life and have great, amazing things, but we should all be focused more on what we can give back than what we're getting. And that's just the truth. We've taught all of our children's, yes, raise kids, other people alike. I did not want to have children that were like me. Now, there are some of them, all of them have a similarity to me. They're stubborn as, ooh, they stubborn. All of them have that stubborn streak, the girls and the boys, right? But that stubbornness is what has made all of them push past the statistic, past the stereotype. You know, Summer and Jonathan were raised in a single mother household. I was it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never said I was mama and daddy, but I was. When Jonathan needed to practice football or Bryson needed to practice football, I was the one in the yard, practicing. I was the one teaching them the different 3-point stance. I was the one teaching them, what to do. And throwing the football, lining them up in their pads and hitting them so they could hit the ground and not be scared. For our daughters, had to teach them, how to be young ladies. And every one of them are better at being young ladies than I have ever been at being a woman. But I had to instill in them the things that I knew I lacked, right? Not that they didn't need a balance of me and Julian and Jamie. There's a balance in all of the kids, but there are certain things that you see in them that when you be like, oh Lord, when they was little, that got on my nerves. But God, I thank you for that now. Because remember, our children are just little adults, right? They are becoming people that are going to be in this world, that are going to make changes. I want my children. They don't have to be the president, but I want my children, every one of them on the local level, wherever they live, to have an impact positively on the community that they will raise their children in, our grandchildren. For me, and I have always said this since Summer and Jonathan and Bryson were little, they are my greatest investment, and they will show me the largest return. And that is how I raised my 3 bonus babies, Shay, Kyra, and Javier. I'm Mama April. They're my babies. There's no difference in them than the other 3. I love them. But not that. I'm abuela. I have 2 grandbabies, a grandson and a granddaughter. And Julian and I adore them. And I'm so grateful that they have the parents that they have. Kyra and Larice celebrated their first Mother's Day, as moms. But also Travis and Jonathan are first-time fathers. They're both fully involved. They're both dads and husbands. All of us wives can find something to complain about. We can. But the truth is, I am very proud of both of them because Jonathan and Travis are both young, and they could be doing 100 other things, but they're not. They are taking care of their families. They're both married men. They both are dads, and they value those titles. That is phenomenal. And our daughters, Kyra and Larice, Jonathan's wife, they value their roles as mothers and wives. And the fact that they are so far ahead of where I was, of where Julian was when we were their age and we first had our children. And so we did good, right? Ain't nobody got to pat us because, baby, I'm going to pat myself because it wasn't even us. It was the grace of God. God graced us to raise the children that we have. And I spent a lot of time, I'm going to tell you, I spent a lot of time when I was a single mom saying, look, God, I don't have a penis, but I need to make sure Jonathan and Bryson do not have any lack in who they are as men, right? I made sure that the men, although we always lived in the hood, always, because look, I was a single mom and I was not on Section 8. So I had to pay all my rent. So I had to make sure I was in a place I could afford and that was big enough. Because look, don't nobody like to live on top of each other. And at the time, I was in Virginia. We lived, we lived in Norfolk. We lived in Newport News and Portsmouth. In Norfolk, we lived, in off of Bay Palm. And I lived over there. I lived over in just rough areas. And they saw a lot of stuff. Like I remember one morning we got a knock on the door. It was 3 a.m. It was the police telling me to move my car, Lisa to move her car, because somebody had set a car on fire in the street. And they didn't want it to catch our cars on fire and cause, something to blow up. And they finished the investigation. There was a body in the trunk, right? So that's the type of where we grew up. My kids have went to public school. The only private school Summer and Jonathan went to was when they went to Star Christian Academy in Gainesville as kids. They were little. And, but it was always important to me to make sure that I invested in my kids. Jonathan laughs and talks about how I used to come out there and his coach would say in Virginia, I see your mama here, or to him and Bryson, right? Because I show up in my scrubs, but I was there. And I'd run that sideline yelling at the two of them because one was on offense, one was on defense. So, and I would fuss at them because they don't play into my liking. And the coach used to be like, I got this, I'm the coach. And I'd be like, well, I'm their mama and they need to hit harder or run faster. So, I just always was that mom. And I'm not bragging. I was president of the PTA for 2 years. I did a lot, but I put in a lot. Julian, let me tell you something. Julian has coached everything from girls soccer to track and field to girl and boy basketball, girl and or softball, baseball and t-ball, Pop Warner football. So he's coached it all. So, you put in, and it may not be a lot of money because we had a lot of kids, right? We don't make enough money for 6 children. Let me just tell you something. If anybody's got more than 2, it doesn't matter if there's 2 incomes in the house. It's just tight. And there were 6 of them because Javier is the baby and he will be 18 on July 3rd. So it was never cheap not to, even when Shay, Kyra, and Javier didn't live in our home, we still financially did what we were supposed to, and without question, without concern, we made sure that we did what we were supposed to. So um, we are just grateful for the young people they have turned out to be. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. Do I agree with all of their decisions? Nope, I don't have to. I don't have to, because I can trust that the decisions they're making, they are doing it because it's what they want to do. Every one of them. None of them are being coerced into anything. So even if we don't like it, that's okay. Because the truth is, I had to live with, you're right, Kyra, you are the closest one to perfection. All the rest of them, you and Jonathan, me and Julia, me and your daddy was talking about that the other day, that really you and Jonathan are like the most level personalities of the crew. Y'all, the two of you just are. And both of you kind of always been that way. Both of you are kind of adults like you were kids. It hasn't really changed much. But one thing I'll also tell you, every one of them, especially them girls, will fight. Summer, you was thinking what? That you perfect? Ooh, Jesus. Kyra and Summer are our book smartest children. It's funny, they all have their own little titles, right? Like I could give out superlatives to our kids. Shay's the oldest, and Summer is the oldest, right? They were the test dummies of the crew. I'm just saying. That's how we learn what to do with the rest of them, right? And the truth is, it just got better as we went down the line. You know what I'm saying? And look at Javier knocking it out of the park. So, I mean, it is what it is, but each one of them is different, and I love it. I wouldn't change anything about them. Each one of their journeys has been significant. It has been developing. It has been, y'all know I know a lot of words, but English grammar, whatever, is not my strong suit. But you guys, we are so blessed. I just am just grateful. And I sit and I say and I think, and I know I talk about, my illnesses and autoimmune, and I talk about the bigotry in America. But you know what? Even with everything that we see going on in the world today, every one of our children has experienced direct racism. Shay, you did have your emo phase. Y'all, it's EMO, not EMU. Emo phase. Shay took us through that shit. I'm just saying, but we survived. We survived. And I didn't even know what it was, y'all. I remember when Shay introduced me, and I used to say emu all the time, but it's emo. But every one of them is different. Kyra is a little country bumpkin. She loves to be outside with cows and all kind of stuff. She's a little spicy. Kyra is definitely the Dominican of the crew. She is spicy. You know what I'm saying? And Summer is just crazy. Summer's legitimately not like, y'all know what I mean. Summer's a little loco. Period. And the boys, all of them are pretty calm. Like they all pretty but even Travis, he fits right in. All the men in this family are like Julian. But the women, oh Lord. I had to pray exactly, Summer. I pray for poor Travis. I do. I pray for and Alfredo, y'all. Alfredo is Shay's boyfriend. They not married yet, but it will happen. But I don't know when, and that's up to them. But he's like that too. He's pretty But boy, these women around here, something. I don't know who they get it from, but they sure don't hold their tongue. They will tell you what they think. They'll even tell me. So that's what I tell people. All of my children will tell me the truth. So if anybody expects anything less than that, your feelings might get hurt because we talk very open, very candidly. Tact is not required to have a conversation in our home. Respect is required, but not tact. So I want you to say what you got to say, just how you feel you need to get it off your chest. Period. Child, people around us, me, well, yeah, probably. But people around us probably would think we might hate each other. But we are just that honest with each other, all of us. And I love the fact that my children can have that with us. None of my children have to be ashamed to say they had sex before marriage, or that they've had more than one sexual partner, or that they may still be a virgin. None of our children have to worry about how they're going to tell us anything, because we're going to hear them. We are going to listen. Parenting is 90% of what you do and what your kids see. And it's 10% of their makeup, because there's 10% of you that you just ain't going to get out of them. And you got to just love them right where they at. And each one of their journeys have looked different. Like Kyra and Travis are high school sweethearts. And they have never not been together since they got together. They were together. They lived together. They got married. They had Angela. Kyra finished school. Travis finished school. Kyra's getting ready for the NCLEX. Travis has an amazing job. But regardless of what it looked like, they have pursued their dreams and their desires without fail. Shay did a little bit of partying, between school. But listen, don't get it twisted. Shay today is a certified welder, making amazing money, and can get a job anywhere that she wants to live with her degree. Summer is finishing up. She's going to graduate from FAM in the fall, in December. So, I mean, they're all doing great things. Jonathan is here being an entrepreneur, pursuing a business. Him and Larice are working that together because it's something he did as a job in North Carolina that he learned, and he realized this is something I enjoy doing, I can do. And so Jonathan is turning that around into a business. Javier is going to play college football. I don't care where he's going to play. I don't care if it was a junior college. The fact is, our child put in enough work and dedication academically and on the field that he was offered a scholarship. Period. And that's because of work of his own. Like I said, it's a 3.7 something GPA or something like that. Anyway, 3.771, I think, actually is his GPA. And he knocked it out of the park. I have never told Javier to do his homework. Never. I don't even know when he did it. He just got it done. What I do know is he has worked since he turned 16 at the same job. He has played football since he was a little boy. And for those of you that don't know or haven't played football, he's never had a summer vacation since he got to middle school, because every summer we're playing football. Bryson is doing great in Milwaukee. He is working and planning to go back to school. He's doing well. So, He's worked and took care of himself since he was in high school. So I, we don't have nothing to, child. I don't care how sick I am. I don't care how I feel. I don't care what we all face. What I do know is that we raised 6 solid human beings. And I am happy and proud of each of their journeys. Now we can do shots with our children. Now we can kick it with our kids and laugh and joke with them and their husbands and boyfriends. Now we can. But look, I'm still mama and Julian is still daddy, and they know that. Not one of them can call us and we not be there for whatever it is they might need from us. Wherever we are, they can always come home. Whatever they need, we got them. But listen, our family, we believe in group economics too. I would not be upset if all of our children wanted to move back home, get a piece of land with us, and we just have our own little Costa community. We can have us a little garden. We can have some little animals. Kyra's here. She can help with that part. Because her and Travis like that stuff. And I'm not going in. Y'all know I don't go outside except to sit outside. And then I come back in. So I don't like the grass. I don't like none of that. So I'm good. If the world was concrete, I'd be all right with it. The whole United States could look like Disney World. That's what I mean when I say be all concreted, and I'd be all right. I know y'all don't get it, but I would be. Everybody can cook and eat. Some cook much better than others. And it's just amazing. They all are culturally diverse and aware. Like they not up here, thinking this or that. America don't have to tell them how to view or see things because we taught them history. We taught them their ancestry, their culture. We do a lot of cultural things. But see, there's Shago. See, she got the garden and succulent. See, that's some stuff that Summer with too. And Julian, he want avocado trees and stuff. Julian think he's still in Santo Domingo or something. I don't even know that we can grow an avocado tree where we at in Florida, but he want to try. I guess we're going to have some plantanos too. But, yeah, Summer does. When I said some not as well, Summer was who I was talking about. So y'all know what they say, a guilty pig will skip wheel. Summer does experiments in the kitchen. Let me tell you something. When we were in Jacksonville, North Carolina, one night, Jonathan had a couple of buddies stay the night, Tyus and another Jonathan. Y'all, Summer told them pineapple shake. I don't think they'll grow here either. But why Summer convinced them to try some cookies she made. Y'all, them was not cookies. I'm not sure what Summer put together, but they were not cookies, and they tasted it. Look, I'm going to tell you something, though. If you want to have food tasters, football players are your people because they just be hungry. They just eat stuff. They just eat. Period. You can cook some stuff. Oh, yay, Kyra. That's so good. But yeah, we really, that would be the ultimate, is to have all of our children live close enough that we could get in a golf cart and drive and see them. Like, I literally have a vision, like a big, huge pool, right? Screened in, a huge outdoor kitchen, just bam. And then each of us having like our house around the pool area, like a little circle. So I can just get in, even with, yes, Shay, you can cook that salsa. I still is, oh Lord. But, and be able to get in my golf cart, even when if I develop some type of dementia or something, I want to still be able to get in my golf cart, even if I'm not sure exactly whose house I'm going to. I want to be able to get in my golf cart and drive to one of the kids' house. I want to be able to send Zane over there to eat. That type of stuff. So, wow. See, they're growing tomatoes and stuff all the way in Oklahoma. See, they just good eggs. I'm telling you, just good eggs. I tell you this, me, Jamie, and Julian did a good job. And Jesus, God had the overall say, right? We were just the tools used. And look, my kids talk about how they enjoy the salsa. Shay made some homemade salsa, and I couldn't eat much of it because it was spicy. But yes, Kyra, exactly. But we literally, that is the idea, is be able to have all of our children close and our grandkids and to have things that will last generationally, right? If we are with our kids and we get land and their houses and those houses are paid off, right? You do 15-year mortgages, right? If you can't pay cash, do a 15-year mortgage, get it paid off, renovate, do whatever you want to do to it, right? But then that house you can live in, but then you can allow your children to build, right? And then they don't have to worry about where they're going to live. They can go off and travel and do whatever they want to do. But guess what? They can all come home. Kyra, she brought it to your house. Damn, Shay, you ain't give Kyra none of that salsa? Ooh, Shay. Oh, shucks. I ain't mean to tell it all, but she did. She gave it to us at your house, Kyra, when we were in Oklahoma. And it's your daddy's fault he didn't share his portion. Because I didn't get none of it till we got home either. It was a little spicy, but it was good what I had. But just, you have to think about those things early. You have to. Does that mean it's going to happen? Look, we are still up here figuring this thing out, right? But we have goals, we have plans, we have ideas. Those things have to be put down. You have to write those things down so that you check yourself. Writing stuff down, I know, a lot of people talk about the Bible, to make a vision, make it plain. But the truth is, that is in the Bible, and that is beneficial, because if you write it down, you give yourself a legible goal. You give yourself it's something in writing to hold yourself accountable to, right? It's kind of like a job description if you have it written down, because you could always look at it. And if you change it, you can update it, because I had one in my home when I was a single parent. Every year I would update my plans for the kids in our home. And I would always just update it, and every year it kind of changed. But then when I got married, I had to get rid of that, because that was irrelevant, right? To follow my husband. And Julian, anybody knows my husband, he is a natural leader. So it was easy for him. But because he's such an amazing leader, Julian is able to lead without any of us feeling attacked, without any of us feeling like he's making us do anything. It is he's just a leader. And so, but we have a vision, like he has an idea, and we don't always agree. Like I said, he wants to have 10 acres, right? And grow, and he just want to be his own little community and ain't got to deal with nobody. Me, it could all be concrete. I don't mind going to out learning new stuff, but I am not interested in doing outside work. I just am not, guys. It just is not in my DNA. But, you know, as a family, there's plenty of them in the family, right, that like that type of stuff, that they can take care of it. I don't have to. I enjoy going to the local farmer market and getting something. The thing is that, y'all, somebody help me with a good farmer's market locally. We in Stark, Florida. Look, y'all. Now, I don't know, but I've been to Norman's here in Stark. I ain't been out to 301 because I just haven't been out there. I don't know if they have more options than they have right there by CVS. But look, I need a good farmer's market, guys. I love fresh vegetables. I get that from my Mima and Gert. Look, they always chickens and cows. Pigs? Oh my God. No, sir. I will not be going out there. Let's see. See, this is what I'm talking about. Alfredo has a second generation farm. His family has a farm in Mexico. Well, that's pretty close in climate wise. He might be good around a goat. Y'all see my children. These are my girls in the corner talking. They got it all under control. They did not get any of that from me. I don't know nothing about horses, but I do have a, Lord Jesus, someone want to eat the goat. Y'all, I'm just saying. Y'all right, but I am, that is just our goal. And honestly, we raised our children. If we go out in public somewhere, nobody knows that we are a blended family. They do look at Zane and I like, why y'all so light? However, we're a family, right? And that is something that we have always maintained. Our family, we always made sure our children knew, look, you're brothers and sisters. Period. That's just it in a nutshell. Your brothers and sisters. You know, I'm Mama April. I'm crazy. You know, Julian is the really crazy one. None of us can wake Daddy up. If Daddy sleep, Daddy stay asleep, and we wait till he get up. You know, but we all joke about that type of stuff. The things we have faced as a family, from PTSD to divorce, to blending our families, to teenage pregnancies, to death, you know, because Jamie passed away, Shay Kyra and Javier's mother, what are you going to do with a miniature cow, honey? To graduations, to colleges, to husbands, to wives, to babies. We faced all of this. And we have argued. When I tell you we've argued along the way, we've argued, we've disagreed, it's looked like World War III sometimes. I don't know how many of y'all have had teenage daughters or teenage sons, but honey, they all hit an age where they smell themselves. And honey, when they do start smelling themselves, you cannot tell them nothing. Nothing. And every child goes through that. Every human goes through that. But she can have it. No, ain't no miniature cows coming in the house. They still shit everywhere. No, and no. No, even the cats got to be outside. I'm allergic. I'm just saying. On a see, I'm not talking. Y'all see, they're talking about putting a horse on a leash, a miniature, a miniature cow. Y'all, not even a horse. Ooh, these children. But that's what I love. Shay, it may be a miniature cow, but I bet it chits a lot. And I don't know that you can train a cow to stand by the door when it needs to go outside. But hey, as long as it ain't my house, y'all go on and do it. Y'all get your steps in any way you can. If you gotta walk a cow, go ahead. But Kyra loves animals. She does. She loves animals. And yep, that's right. And but I just love our family. What is this one? Hold on, y'all. Oh, there. I just love our family. I am so grateful for the life that God designed for me. You know, we used to go to church religiously. I don't even I can't tell you the last time I stepped inside of a church, honestly. But God, the one thing I know that I know that I know that I know is that God is real. And now humans, people, try to make God be what they want him to be, right? To them. So therefore, you have all of these gods, right? Because every time somebody doesn't like something, somebody does, they just make something new. But that's up to them. That's not up to me. But I love the phenomenal journey God put in front of me. And I am enjoying it. The older I'm getting, it's just beautiful. I am so proud to be the mother of these kids. I am so proud to be the wife of my husband. I'm so proud to be an abuela. And man, I just have more than I ever earned, or not more than I deserve, because I have been through some things. I saw my first psychotherapist when I was 5 years old. So I have been through some things. You know, I aged out of foster care. Just, but you get beauty for your ashes, right? And I thank God for I'll tell you, I may share something with you. When Summer and Jonathan were little, so we're talking 2001. I'm under 200 pounds, honey. And but I'm not trying. I'm just dropping weight again like I did last year. They think it's just a flare, but I told them weight loss, I'll take it however it comes, you know. But thank you. And your daddy got me this fancy camera. That helps me look a little better. But but I prayed. I went to the altar. I had given my life to Christ, and I'll never forget Pastor Lewis at Monteoka New Life preached a sermon, and what he talked about was generational curses. I had never understood it because when I graduated high school, I never went to church again. I hated church. I hated church people. I hated just a lot of things. And then when I gave my life to Christ, really, right, understood what I was doing and did it, I went to that altar. I will never forget that Sunday. I went to Children's Church. I grabbed Summer and Jonathan. I went to that altar and I prayed. I said, God, I know who I am. I know the things I've done. Whatever you do not let Summer and Jonathan pay the price for that. I don't care what I got to go through. I don't care what I have to do. Do not allow them to go through those things because of me. Y'all, that is one of the hardest prayers, the most sorrowful prayers I have ever prayed in my life. First Lady Lewis was there. She prayed with me. And I remember getting up from that altar and knowing that my children would be okay. At the time, I didn't know I would get Shay, Kyra, Javier, Bryson, Zane. I didn't know they were all these blessings were going to come. But I knew that God heard me. And I knew that my children would be set apart. I walked away from that altar knowing that. Period. Travis, Larice, they have all been blessings. They are not perfect, but they are phenomenal human beings. And all of us have a relationship. I have a relationship. We have a family relationship, but I have individual relationships with each one of them, including Larice and Travis. You know, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. Man, y'all, we're blessed. We are blessed. No matter the PTSD, no matter the heartache, the death, the separation that we deal with, when we all get together, we didn't miss a beat. We love each other so much. And the truth is, we all love as much as the same way we fight. That stuff just deep. And it's a blessing. I don't care. There's no other word for it other than we are blessed. But I tell you, and I they say backslid, but see, I'm not for all that. You choose what you gonna do. I'm not for that backsliding and stuff. The truth is, you have to repent. And I'm not going to get into all of that, but I have learned so much. And I have studied so many different religions. And the truth is, even down to the Satanic Bible, they all have similarities. I'm just saying, argue with me if you want to. But the King James and the Satanic Bible, the King James and the Quran, they all are similar. Even when you study Hindu, Buddhism, they all have similar teachings. Period. And God is just awesome. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Please like, share my story, my page on Facebook here at Real Life Talk with yours truly, April. Also, I would like for you to please go and subscribe to my YouTube page. I'm getting a lot of traffic, a lot of views, But if you can subscribe, please, because that's the only way I can get monetized is if you like and if you subscribe here. Also, my Instagram is linked. And so if you can go over there and like and follow me on Instagram, like I would appreciate it, right? I'm trying to get monetized. Hey, could you imagine if I get a check from Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube? Come on, y'all. Y'all know I'm going to give back. I just want enough to retire Julian completely. And then the rest of it, I just want to do extra stuff with it, right? That's what I want to do with it. I'm just going to be honest. So, yeah, you guys, just, be grateful for what you have, for where you are. I've been broke. I've given my last $5. I've sold crack. I've sold my ass as a hoe. I have worked in the doctor's office as a nurse. I was a corpsman in the Navy. I've messed with my share of dope boys and hustlers. I have drank more than most fish that live in the ocean. There are so many negatives. There's so many things I've done, right? But you know what? None of our children have had to go through their trials and their tough times alone. And I think that has made all the difference. And guess what? I'm not going through nothing alone anymore either, because all of our children, including Zane, want to know I'm okay, including Jonah. I've been in bed most of the day. That's why I had Jonah, because at the beginning of the show, because he saw me and he wanted me, and we're in this together. When our daughter, Kyra, when she goes through what she goes through medically, because she has some serious medical issues, she knows that we're right here. We hear her. We listen to her. We try to talk to her. We try to be there. When she goes through as a new mom, man, I hate that they're so far away. But she knows where we are. And she knows we're a call away. And that's what's important, is knowing who's there, And man, I'm blessed. There are those in my life prior to me marrying Julian that, man, when I had my heart attack, guys, in 2016, my family in Virginia was like my military family, because that's how it started. But look, they closer than blood. Sarah, Kanati, they was on the phone. Ashley, Dania, Anthony, they was on the phone. Do we need to come? It didn't matter about their children. It didn't matter about Nicole. It didn't matter about their jobs. It was, do you need us to come? That's all they needed Julian to tell them. Do you need us to come? My sister Leslie's husband and new wife and their kids, Caleb and Zoe and her son, they came and spent a whole week with us, cooking and cleaning, so Julian didn't have to worry. They didn't ask any questions. Mama Midge, April and Audrey, they was there. Al, they were there. There was no questions asked. What do you need? Julian's father drove all the way from Texas to Florida for my surgery when they removed my ovaries and my uterus and my cervix. He drove all the way here just for that surgery. And the day I came out of recovery, he drove back to Texas because he had to get back to work. That's family. Look, I always stood by saying, blood doesn't make you family, loyalty does. And I think we have instilled that in our children. There's nobody, hold on, not right now. Can you give me a second? I'm almost done. They are just good people. You know, every one of them fuss at me like they my mama about me taking care of myself or if I'm sick or and Terica, look, Terica just as bad. She get mad when I don't tell her I'm sick or in the hospital. So if she see this, she probably gonna be mad. She don't know I've been down in the bed again today. But anyway, it'll be okay, y'all. But we are blessed. We have godchildren, and I mean, y'all, we're blessed. But I will see you guys. Look, Friday, my live, I'm going to come on, but it's going to be very short because we're going to be at graduation. Look, I'm dedicated to this. So Friday, I'm coming on. And for a few minutes at 9. Let's see. But that's it, y'all. I just wanted to come on here and brag about my little ducklings. You know, they're all big ducks with their own eggs now. Well, not all of them, but they all have their own little stuff. But they still mine. Don't get it twisted. And man, we're just blessed. Me and Julian talk about it all the time. And when I feel my worst, I'm still so blessed. But we will chat more, guys. It won't be Friday, but I will chat with you guys some more. But we'll see you on Friday at 9 o'clock. Have a good night. Bye, guys. Yes, I can't wait. I'm up waiting on you to get here now, Shay. And Kyra, I know, but you just had a baby in January. Do you understand? Remember, it takes 2 years for a woman's body to recover after having a baby. 2 years, guys. 2. So, Kyra, you went back to school to finish nursing school and not miss a class or clinicals 3 days after you delivered Angela. So. But you right, because of medically what it causes for you. You need to work on that. But you are working on it. Nothing doesn't happen overnight. And you're beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But all right, guys. Good night.